to support ourselves when moving through trauma.
Virtually everyone experiences trauma at some point in their life. When it comes to mental health and wellness, trauma is a big part of the conversation that many people are having right now. When we don't work through those traumas, they can sometimes develop into further complications. But here's the great news. Essential oils can support us as we manage life's demands. This is something I've studied extensively. In fact, it was the focus of my doctoral research and my dissertation. I've seen essential oils do incredible things, and I can't wait to share those with you. First, however, I think we need to talk about what is trauma. Trauma can be described as a psychological effect caused by a deeply distressing or disturbing incidences from the environment. It can leave someone feeling vulnerable, mistrusting, or even disoriented in their own identity. There are 3 domains traumatic stress can affect: emotional dysregulation, loss of self-integrity, and a change in a person's ability to relate to and maintain healthy relationships with other people. If not addressed, trauma can take root and cause further challenges and difficulties for the individual. I often refer to these results as a deeply rooted emotional distress. Although not everyone who experiences trauma will develop deep and complex emotional distress, there are many ways in which the environmental onset can manifest later on. So let's talk about how trauma continues to affect our lives. A big contributing factor is environmental triggers. An environmental trigger is a situation that mimics the environment of the original traumatic event. So after the initial environmental onset, your environmental triggers can suddenly cause a reaction. When you are exposed to that trigger, it can cause your mind and body to respond as if the trauma was reoccurring right in that moment. For example, if you experienced a trauma because of a car crash, driving in a car or driving in the same area where the crash took place could trigger an emotional upset. The trigger can even be something small. Let's say that the last thing you remembered before the car crash was the sound of your turn signal. Hearing a blinker again could potentially trigger the reaction in your body. So how do essential oils play into this discussion? What I have found is that aromatherapy can help trauma survivors while they are facing difficult triggers in their environment. There are 3 reasons why essential oils can be so useful in these situations. They are easy to use, they work quickly, and they are incredibly accessible. Now let's take a deeper look at each of those reasons. First, essential oils are easy to use. By applying a roller bottle of essential oils on the pulse points or by inhaling a drop directly from a bottle, you can immediately receive the benefits of the aromatic compounds. Anyone is able to do it when they find themselves in a moment of immediate need, even children. Secondly, essential oils work quickly. When we breathe in essential oils, the volatile aromatic compounds travel through the neural olfactory pathways directly to the limbic system, meaning that we are able to feel the effects almost instantly. And third, essential oils are accessible. Simply having an oil with you in your pocket, in your car, or your bag allows you to have the support that you need. It can create an anchor of safety and help you stay in the present moment when a trigger may onset. This anchor can calm the mind and interrupt the trauma-induced feeling. I received incredibly valuable feedback from participants of my doctoral research who had indications of trauma and used aromatherapy during the study. Their words are so powerful. Listen to what they told me. A military officer said, "I found that the aromatherapy helped me from instantly reacting like I normally would do. I was able to slow down a little bit and respond better." A Navy SEAL stated, "I was able to talk with a stranger about my childhood trauma. I found that it was easier to talk about all this stuff, which I don't normally like to do because it brings up my emotions from trauma, but I was able to pretty easily talk about it without feeling any anxious emotions." Finally, a survivor of sexual assault shared, "It reduced my ruminations. I was able to focus and validate how I felt. I cried, but I felt safe. I believe the oil facilitated that safe space for me to process. I felt comfortable during my bouts of shame and sadness. It doesn't make it disappear, but it definitely brings your focus forward and breaks you from that cycle of negative thoughts. As you can see, emotional aromatherapy has made a huge difference in the lives of so many people. We all have varying experiences with trauma, and emotional aromatherapy truly is one of the best tools you can add in your personal journey to emotional well-being.